It's not a specific topic I want to talk about in terms of the theme of today. Of this, it's not a particular theme that I want to talk about. Just one theme. It's just I just want to talk about stuff that's been happening for the last. Well, I'll talk about stuff that's been happening the last week, really. That relates to my dementia. I had a really crap day. I don't know what day it was, but my head was really struggling, and I felt strange, like I've never had a feeling like that before, where it's kind of like the flu. I didn't have any other sort of symptoms, like it was a virus or anything. It was. I knew it wasn't that. I just didn't feel like my usual dementia sort of symptoms. That's all. Just felt a bit different. And I was in the lounge room in the evening, and my daughters were in the kitchen, and my eldest daughter sort of looked across and said, "Hey, Daddy, you feeling all right? Look like you're struggling a bit." A little while later, I went to my room, and my other daughter came in. She sort of apologised for not asking me how I was. And we ended up having like this really big chat, and it was really good. Kind of one of those cathartic sort of chats where you feel like you've got stuff out, got stuff off your chest. She had been sort of actively not trying to think about my Alzheimer's. I don't think it was playing too much on her mind, but she sort of just was kind of blocking it out a little bit. She said she's noticed a decline, noticing that my memory is getting worse. And she didn't want to say anything, I guess, worried about how I'd feel. And then she mentioned that because we went away on a trip to Adelaide, and she said that she felt like because you got to remember, although we lived together, on that trip, it was 5 days and we're just around each other all day. It's night, we're in the tent, you're around each other constantly. And she just noticed that my personality was a little bit different. I can joke around a lot and have fun sort of thing, but I guess I snapped back into dad mode as well. And she sort of said I sort of wasn't snapping back into dad mode. And she just noticed that I looked a little bit different, that's all. And I think that was really good that she told me, and I sort of said, like, you can always tell me things, if you're worried or anything, you can always bring it up and raise it. I've got thick skin, I can handle anything anyway, really, but I'm just it did make me in the moment though feel like, as a parent, you're supposed to be the rock. And it felt hard hearing my daughter saying that she was concerned about me. I'm supposed to be the one that she leans on, and it just felt a little bit like, she had to worry about me, I guess. And I apologised, and I said I felt sorry. We both acknowledged that it wasn't my fault, but it's funny how symptoms can be tough on me, but that was really tough on me though. Later on, I ended up going in and having a chat to my other daughter. I guess I was keen to find out too, like, is she feeling not comfortable to be able to raise anything, it's not that I try to avoid talking about this stuff. I just feel like I don't want to rub it in their face, And so I just wanted to. I think it was needed though to have that conversation about it and get it off her chest. And so, I wanted to give my other daughter that opportunity as well, just to talk about it and stuff. So, but she told me too that she'd noticed a decline in my memory, and she mentioned that when we went away, she also noticed that she noticed some things too, which were a bit strange, like sort of zone out a little bit. So they weren't overly concerned, but it was just like just some more little things of like they're noticing a decline, and I've been noticing a decline, and I did feel strange hearing that, because it's one thing to feel it and to notice it in yourself, but it's another thing to have someone else notice it. And so that was tough. Anyway, the other thing that's just sort of happened just very recently is some media got hold of my YouTube, some videos, and started posting about my YouTube videos, I guess my experience, and it's basically meant that now people in my life, who I know, are aware that I'm doing the videos now. I know, at the end of the day, you do post stuff and it can be seen by anyone. I just didn't think that, there's a billion videos on YouTube. I thought I'd just be... But now many people that I know about it, and I think I've just had some time now to let that settle in. And although initially I think I felt like my privacy was kind of like I just felt like I was now open and vulnerable. Because I talk about what I'm struggling with, so I am vulnerable, but it's different when it's a complete stranger on the other end of the world, other side of the world. We don't have ends of the world as far as I'm aware. But I'm feeling more comfortable about it now. And there's probably people that I know that haven't said anything as well. And I guess I'm communicating that it is okay for you to watch these if you want to. I mean, I kind of knew that my plan was to everyone see these anyway, eventually. But anyway. So that kind of just shook me a little bit. It did actually raise some other things though too with that. I didn't really go and have a look at where the media was posting about it, all right? I got sort of told about it, and I got told as well that there was some comments in there about people sort of freaking out a little bit, thinking like, oh no, I've got dementia, or I've got those same sort of symptoms, and one thing I don't want from this channel is for perfectly healthy, normal people to start freaking out that they could have dementia. That's not what I want to happen. I don't want to cause that distress in people. And I think I contributed to that in a way, because in my episode where I talked about my symptoms, I wasn't very clear on one of the initial experiences where I mentioned in the video that I'd watched a movie once, and then like a month later I watched it again without realising that I'd already seen the movie. And in the video I sort of said, and the ending came as like a complete surprise. And that was true, but I didn't communicate it all very clearly, that I didn't remember any of the movie. And again, in that video too, I also said, I don't quite know if that's part of my dementia or not, but it was just one of the early sort of events where I noticed I had a problem with my memory. And the way I sort of saw it as being a big issue too was as an event, was because I feel like when you do watch a movie, if you do watch it again at a later time, and this was only like a month after I watched it, but if you watch it at a later time, maybe after a couple of minutes or even 10 minutes or something, you'd soon realise, you go, oh no, I have seen this movie. And you'd remember, the gist of it maybe, but you'd definitely know that you've seen it. I didn't have that. I didn't even recognise that I've seen any of it. And another event that occurred too, on a similar line, probably around the same timeline, was I watched Vikings with my partner. I think there's a whole lot of seasons in with that show and that series. And one day I said to my partner, because I saw it appear, up on Netflix, I said, "Oh, you should watch that. You'd really love that." I'd completely forgotten that I'd watched the whole series with her. I could remember seeing the show, but I didn't remember seeing it with her. And so I don't know if that helps people in any way. I guess what I wanted to show with this channel too was just I'm in my early stages, and so I can still look and sound just like anybody else for the most part, and so I sort of wanted to show that, show this is also what dementia is, not just what you always see in the media. The other thing is that someone had mentioned to me, "Oh, that wasn't sort of my reflection of that event, Fraser," after they seen the video, and memory is fallible. And I think just maybe the overarching thing I probably should acknowledge too with all of this is that a lot of the videos up to this point at least I have talked about, looking back as well, about experiences that I've had. They won't necessarily be right. It's going to be very much along the lines of this is my journey with it all, and this is my lived experience with it. And I can't guarantee that every single fact will be right about memories that I recall and stuff. It's probably obvious, isn't it? It's a given, that, I guess, but I just wanted to flag it as well. Yeah, so I haven't been feeling great, and I have been struggling. I've had days where my head's just been crap, and I've spent the whole day thinking it was a different day of the week. So that wasn't good. I've been sleeping a lot, and I haven't been feeling like I just want to participate in doing many things. I played some golf today with my buddies, which was really good, and I've been going to band as well to practice do my instrument, and that's been really great. I've really appreciated doing that. Trying to make sure I practice more, as well, the instrument. I've had times where I felt okay as well. I think it's just been a lot going on in my world. I think, and so I think it's also just stress. And as I know that when I'm stressed, I'm usually my dementia's not doing too well then as well. Yeah. So anyway.
Daybreak, I'm already miles away, and there's nothing left to say.